Many thanks for joining us with television news at 7. I am Rosemary Kokotega. The headlines. President Bola Tinubu congratulates Olushola Oke on his 70th birthday. FCT to take oversight of collapsed Jukwe building. KB Assembly Speaker Mohammad Zuru dies in Egypt. And federal government reiterates commitment to increasing oil production. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated prominent politician and senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Olushola Oke, on his 70th birthday. The president, in a statement by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga in Abuja, described the celebrant as a distinguished figure whose contributions to law and politics have left a lasting imprint in Ondo State and the nation. President Tinubu noted that Chief Oke successfully combined a thriving legal career with active political engagement, earning recognition across both fields. He also acknowledged his role as the National Legal Advisor of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) before later joining the All Progressives Congress (APC), where he has remained a valuable stakeholder. The president prayed for more years of good health, strength, and wisdom for the elder statesman as he continues to contribute to national development. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has disclosed that the building which collapsed in Jukwe was erected without official approval despite multiple stop work notices issued by the Development Control Authorities. The minister who visited the site said the developer defied regulatory directives, resulting in the structural failure. He confirmed that no lives were lost in the incident, though several individuals sustained injuries and were taken to hospital. Wike attributed the collapse to lack of supervision and uncertainty surrounding the quality of materials used, announcing that the FCT administration would take over the land and engage the community on its future use for public purposes.
We have always said this, that people should adhere, follow simple process, go to development control and get approval, let them know what you intend to do, what are the quality of material, and then they will supervise you from one stage to the other. But of course, they will ignore it, and this is the situation we find ourselves. I don't think this is the only person that has already disobeyed all over the FCT, but we are taking time to make sure that anybody who does not have the approval of the development control, and we are aware we are going to build, so we are going to build such building down, irrespective of who is ever is involved. But for me, thank God I've done life for lost. It will be a different story now.
The minister also warned that the administration would intensify enforcement of building regulations, including demolition of illegal structures and prosecution of offenders. He emphasized that compliance with approval processes remains critical to preventing such incidents and protecting lives in the FCT. A heavy rainstorm on Tuesday afternoon wreaked havoc on the Kugbe bus terminal in Abuja, tearing off its roof and scattering debris across the busy Abuja-Kefi highway. The downpour, which began around 3:30 p.m., left the yet-to-be operational facility severely damaged, with roofing materials blown across both lanes of the dual carriage way. The incident triggered significant traffic congestion in the Kugbe area as most motorists struggled to navigate through debris-strewn roads. Reports say commuters were left stranded for hours while authorities worked to manage the situation and restore normal traffic flow along the affected corridor. Amid the chaos, scavengers were seen braving the rain to collect parts of the destroyed structure and other valuable materials scattered across the highway. The Kugbe bus terminal is one of the 3 terminals inaugurated in June 2025 as part of efforts to improve public transportation structure in the Federal Capital Territory. The office of Executive Chairman of Abaji Area Council Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi has drawn the attention of the general public to the existence of a fake Facebook account operating under the name Hajia Jamila, which falsely claims to be the wife of the Executive Chairman and the First Lady of Abaji Area Council. In a statement issued by the Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman, Comrade Abu Mohammed, the Council acknowledged that the individual behind the account may have created it out of admiration or support for the Executive Chairman. However, the Council firmly requests that the person desist from impersonating the First Lady or operating under a false identity, as such actions are misleading and unacceptable. The statement emphasized that impersonation of public figures or their family members is a serious matter and must be discontinued immediately. While appreciating the interest shown in promoting the image and activities of the Executive Chairman, the Council strongly encouraged the individual to operate using their real identity, noting that doing so would attract greater credibility, public trust, respect, and transparency. The Council further noted that all official statements and communications from the First Lady and Executive Chairman will always be disseminated through verified and recognized channels. The Nigeria Customs Service (NCS) has warned the public of a fake Instagram account, J. Owata Autos, running vehicle auctions and falsely claiming affiliation with the service. The NSCS spokesperson, Abdullahi Maiwada, who gave the warning in a statement in Abuja, described the social media account as fraudulent and an act of impersonation targeting unsuspecting members of the public by using the image of NCS personnel as its profile picture. He said the officer whose image is being used is not involved in any car sales on social media and the account is an act of impersonation intended to defraud unsuspecting members of the public. He said the public should rely on the NCSC's official communication channels, including its verified social media handles, for accurate and reliable information. The Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Glory Tabernacle Dawaki Abuja celebrated Easter Monday, bringing family members together. The minister in charge, Benga Jato, said the celebration was in thanksgiving to God for the gift of life. Topsy Gimba has the details.
Benga Jato said the season of Easter comes with different blessings, and to celebrate Easter Monday away from the immediate environment was quite dignifying. He said family are special gifts from God and needed to show them love. He said the picnic was aimed at creating a strong bond with one another.
He has given us the grace to come and meet with him in Galilee. This is our Galilee because it said in the book of Matthew 28 verse 7 that he has gone before I should meet him in Galilee. And here we are, we have come to meet with him because meeting in Galilee has given us an assurance that truly Jesus is alive. And that's why we are here having fun for the victory that we have received in Christ Jesus in his resurrection. And that's the purpose why we are here this since around 12 o'clock. We've been here having fun, dancing to the glory of the Lord. And the children too have been displaying their talents among us.
The special mother in Israel, Prophetess Bokola Jato, said the occasion was aimed at thanking God and to show love to one another. She said the Easter celebration is an occasion to express love for family members.
Just for you and I to know that a day will come that will give account of all that we have done on earth. So it is a moment of sober reflection. And I pray that the resurrection of Jesus Christ will have a meaningful impact in our life in the mighty name of Jesus. It's also a season for us to love, a season for us to share, and a season for us to care for the less privileged.
Most senior mother in Israel, Catherine Igbidere, Apostle Bamikole Samson, and the chairperson of the picnic, Mrs. Adebisi Bolatito, spoke on the significance of the occasion.
It's an environment out of the church. It's a very nice one. We are enjoying ourselves. We are enjoying the environment. We are enjoying the activities, cheering us up, making us to be happy for the season. This is our own Galilee, where we come to meet God.
The one we are doing this year is quite different from the one we have been doing the previous year, because this year now we have included different kind of games and different activities that is going on here.
And I want to use the opportunity to thank our the picnic committee. They did great. In fact, they responded well, you understand, and members of the church, our leader and our prophetess, and the pastors, I want to thank them. They really tried. They supported us greatly.
Topsy Gimba reporting for ASO Television News.
The World Health Organization, WHO, has urged Nigerians to adopt science-based health practices and act as responsible consumers of health information for better national outcomes. WHO country representative Dr. Pavel Osu made the call during a health walk organized in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare to commemorate World Health Day 2026 in Abuja. He stressed that reliance on proven scientific evidence is essential for saving lives and improving health outcomes across the country. Our health correspondent, Elizabeth Kasham, has more on the story.
WHO country representative noted that health information can be confusing due to the wide range of sources available, warning that not all are evidence-based, while calling on Nigerians to rely on trusted, scientific, verified guidance.
We also call for people to trust the science, to follow the advice, the scientific advice, because this is a life-saving. What we achieve today as a world, what we achieve today in Nigeria, is also significantly grounded on the scientific evidence. Therefore, if we stay with science, if we are together for health, we will be able to achieve much better health outcomes. So I would like really to start this day by saying that health is central for development. Health is central for any society, and by really following the scientific advice in what we do and how we position ourselves.
He emphasized that the Global Health Body, established on April 7, 1946, marks the day annually to highlight key health priorities, noting that the 2026 theme underlined the central role of science in advancing health care. The 2026 World Health Day, observed 7th April, called on people everywhere to stand with science under the theme Together for Health, Stand with Science. This year observance launches a year-long campaign celebrating power of scientific collaboration to protect the health of people, animals, plants, and the planet. Elizabeth Kasham, ASO Television News. You're
watching the news at 7 on ASO Television. Join us live on JSTV 392, StarTimes TV 127, Free TV 507 on the UHF band, channel 35, channel 38. We're also live on YouTube, Facebook, and other social media handles. Join us for other stories after this time out.
Some things don't arrive. They've always been. Not for a day, for all of time. Until quietly something shifts. Moving from someday to now. Women are not honored in time. They are woven through it, shaping every story, every voice, every breath. We are because she is, and because tomorrow they will be.
Many thanks for staying with us. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has intensified its enforcement operations against the dangerous practice of mixed loading in Kaduna State, intercepting multiple articulated vehicles conveying a hazardous mix of passengers, animals, and goods. FRSC Corps Marshal Malam Shehu Mohammed said this in a statement by the Corps Public Education Officer, Mr. Osondu Ohairi, on Tuesday in Abuja. The crackdown carried out by the Kaduna State Sector Command followed directives from the Corps Marshal. Sector Commander Tijani Iliasu, who led the operation, said the enforcement resulted in the apprehension of several offending vehicles along major corridors in the state. Over 100 persons were found being transported alongside animals and goods in conditions described as unsafe and life-threatening. The Corps Marshal said the operation was a part of ongoing nationwide efforts to enhance road safety, particularly during the Easter Special Patrol. The FRSC boss had added that beyond the immediate risks of human lives, mixed loading compromises vehicle stability, weakens braking efficiency, and heightens the likelihood of fatal road traffic crashes. The Corps Marshal reiterated that the ongoing enforcement reflected the FRSC's zero-tolerance stance on traffic violations that endanger public safety. The FRSC boss reaffirmed commitment to safeguarding lives and property through sustained nationwide enforcement, intelligence-driven patrols, and intensified public enlightenment campaigns. It called on all stakeholders and members of the public to support its efforts by complying with traffic regulations, stressing that road safety remains a collective responsibility. The federal government plans to collaborate with the private sector and key stakeholders towards the establishment of a cybersecurity coordination council. Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani, indicated this in a statement. This initiative is aimed at strengthening Nigeria's collective cyber resilience and enhancing coordinated responses to evolving cyber threats across the public and private sectors. The minister's position underscores a broader policy direction centered on partnership and shared responsibility. He said that cybersecurity is a shared national responsibility, as protecting Nigeria's digital economy requires strong partnership, trusted collaboration, and collective vigilance across government, industry, and civil society. The ECOWAS Parliament has opened a joint committee meeting in Freetown to address the growing crisis of children living on the streets. The 5-day meeting brings together lawmakers from key committees under the theme of strengthening child protection and tackling exploitation across West Africa. A joint communique issued by the Parliament says discussions will be focused on implementing regional frameworks, including the ECOWAS Child Policy and Strategic Plan of Action. Lawmakers say rising poverty, displacement, and urbanization are increasing the number of vulnerable children exposed to abuse, hazardous labor, and limited access to basic services. Participants are also highlighting challenges posed by weak coordination and porous borders, which often leave children unprotected across countries. The meeting, according to the communique, is pushing for harmonized laws, stronger oversight, and improved collaboration among member states. This comes as Sierra Leone is being recognized for its Child Rights Act 2025 reforms. The session will include stakeholder hearings and field visits, with recommendations expected to guide regional action and be presented at the Parliament's next plenary. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, has reiterated Nigeria's commitment to increasing its oil production in line with the government's target of optimal resource utilization. The minister spoke when the chief executive of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission and UPRC, Mrs. Orishamiyewa Eyason, visited the headquarters of the Federal Ministry of Finance in Abuja. He commended NUPRC for piloting the petroleum sector to hit a production of 1.84 million barrels in recent days, but urged the Commission to ramp up to the target of 2 million barrels per day. This came as JP Morgan stated that oil prices could spike above $150, an all-time high, if flows via Hormuz remain disrupted into mid-May. The OPEC Plus also agreed to raise its oil output quotas by 206,000 barrels per day for May, a modest rise that will largely exist on paper, as its key members are unable to raise production due to the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. He described the war in the Middle East as unfortunate, but said President Bola Tinubu already mandated an increased production even before the crisis began. He therefore called on the NUPRC to push the industry harder to hit 2 million barrels per day. Wale Edun noted that the war effectively shut the Strait of Hormuz, the world's most important oil route, since the end of February, and cut exports from OPEC Plus members Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, and Iraq, the only countries in the group which were able to significantly raise production even before the conflict began. It is with deep sorrow and a heavy heart that the family of the chairman of Kwali Area Council, Mr. Danladi Chia, announces the passing of his beloved mother, Mrs. Kaka Bwanda Chia Baduku. The sad event has brought immense grief not only to Mr. Danladi Chia and his immediate family, but also to friends, associates, and members of the community who share in this moment of loss. She was widely known as a woman of virtue, humility, and strength, whose life served as an inspiration to many. Her nurturing spirit, wisdom, and unwavering support played a significant role in shaping the life and values of Mr. Danladi Chia, whose commitment to public service reflects the strong foundation she laid. As the Chia family mourns this painful and irreplaceable loss, prayers are offered that Almighty God grants her eternal rest and give the family the strength and fortitude to bear the great loss. Mrs. Kaka Bwanda Chia Baduku has since been laid to rest in accordance with Christian rites. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Now, a similar development from Kebbi State says the Kebbi State House of Assembly Speaker Mohammed Zuru has died in Cairo, Egypt, where he had been receiving medical treatment. An official of the State Assembly, Alhaji Murtala Diwi, announced this on his official Facebook page. Until his death, the popularly known as Lifidan Zuru served as Speaker of the 10th Kebbi State Assembly, representing the Zuru constituency, and was regarded as a grassroots political figure with the Zuru Emirate. According to the statement, details of burial arrangements and official condolences will be announced by the Kebbi State government and the deceased family. May his soul also rest in peace. And that's the news bulletin. Thanks for watching. I am Rosemary Ukokotega. Good night.